Why smart people ruin their own lives. You don't need another idea. You don't need another podcast. You don't need another perfect system. You probably already know what you need to do. And that is exactly why you keep avoiding it. Because smart people do not usually ruin their lives because they do not know. They ruin their lives because they know too much and still do nothing with it. That is the real trap.
A lazy person says, I don't want to do it. A smart person says, I'm still refining the strategy. A scared person says, I'm afraid to fail. A person who is avoiding reality says, I'm procrastinating. But a smart person says, I'm thinking deeply. And that is the danger. A smart person can turn fear into a thesis. They make avoidance sound strategic. They make delay sound mature. They do not build ugly excuses with logic, with evidence, with charts, with screenshots. And from the outside, it looks intelligent. But from the inside, it is fear wearing glasses. They do not just fight their demons, they analyze them, they name them, they explain them, and then remain stuck with better vocabulary. I know I overthink. I know I self-sabotage. I know I need to start. But knowing is not freedom. Sometimes knowing is the most comfortable prison in the world. Because as long as you are thinking, you can feel like you are moving. You open another tab. You save another video. You build another Notion page. You write another plan. You study another framework. You tell yourself, this is preparation. But preparation becomes poison when it replaces exposure. Because exposure is where your ego gets tested. Posting the video, making the call, launching the offer, writing the page, asking the question, having the conversation, showing the ugly first version to the world. That is the part smart people hate. Not because they cannot do it, but because it turns fantasy into evidence. And evidence is terrifying. In your head, you are brilliant. In your head, the business works. In your head, the book is powerful. In your head, the body transformation is inspiring. In your head, the YouTube channel gets billions of views. In your head, you are disciplined, impressive, different, special. But the moment you start...
So the smart person waits for confidence, waits for clarity, waits for the perfect plan. But waiting does not create clarity. Waiting makes fear sophisticated. Insight is not transformation. Understanding the cage is not leaving it. The problem is no longer information. The problem is obedience. You have obeyed fear more than your future. Your intelligence has served your fear. A brilliant mind without action is entertainment. One day, your mind becomes a museum, full of everything you almost became. The tragedy is not lack of vision. It is choosing vision over the brick, strategy over the coal, fantasy over feedback, elegant plans over ugly action. But life is not built in your head. It is built in contact with reality. Reality will humble you. Good. Now you have something real to improve. Freedom is not perfect confidence or perfect clarity. Freedom is when your body moves first. So ask, what is the smallest real thing? Send one message. Make one call. Write one bad page. Post one imperfect video. Build one brick. Real enough that life cannot ignore it. Save this. Send it to someone hiding behind potential and walk through the door.